Okay, let's do it now. We're going to start the Us Watching Us episode
ready?
Here. Yeah, that's where
You're
this is
ready.
going to
12
dip in.
minutes in, you got your
it's
tea.
okay to just hang out a little
You
bit.
figured out how to make the situation work.
I think it's okay to... what is this? Anthony has a Shiba Inu named Goro. There's a Goro in the chat now, guys. If you go to... Hold on a second. This button... I'm so bad at this. Video producer. I never know what to click. And then stream manager. And then I can click this button. I'm getting there. I'm going to get there eventually. There it is. Boom.
Wow.
That's him. That's Goro. Goro.
I've heard he's stubborn.
He's a Shiba.
Yeah.
That's his game.
But I've heard overall that he's just stubborn as a dog, not just because of his breed.
Okay. All right. Let's slide into the Us Watching Us button.
There's a golden balls?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I never knew.
And you guys are seeing the thing that is illuminating us. That's the 4,200 Kevins.
4,200 Kevins.
But we also have got a map that we're going to look at. Give me the map.
Give it a map, Scott. Alright, we were in Pratchett Curry Can.
Yeah, that's the last place we were, right?
Yeah.
So this is Thailand, which is in the world. And last week, like you said, we were in Pratchett Curry Can, and we were down in this little narrow area of Thailand on its chicken leg, I guess, that goes down here, and it is near Myanmar, and we had gone over near the border, but of course didn't enter. And the next place that we are going to be exploring is Koh Tao. And I believe this is Koh Tao. Koh Tao is this little tiny one. Ooh, look at that. Wow. And I don't know if you can tell, but there's no I wish I could disable that. It drives me crazy. I don't understand what I'm doing to do that. I don't use Safari often. You can see that these have a line of boats that goes out to them. It's like a normal ferry service or whatever, but the boat to get to Koh Tao is a little less formal. Do you remember this boat ride at all?
Oh my god, yes.
So what do you remember from Koh Tao?
If it's the boat I think it is, I remember sleeping up on a rack with a whole bunch of other cargo and other people.
Cargo.
And we were just sleeping there were no cots, if I remember. You were just sleeping in a row with people, and there really was not a lot of space between the two people. I remember going up to the top of the boat, or maybe not.
Some people had to sleep on the top, and it rained. There wasn't room for them inside. Do you remember this?
And we all paid the same price.
I believe so. Yeah. We got there really early, thankfully. I remember waiting for the boat for quite a while. And then, do you remember anything else about Koh Tao? What are your memories of it? I like getting your memories before we jump into it to see I don't know, I think it's interesting to see how deep of your memory is.
If it's what I think it is, we got off the boat not having anywhere to stay.
Yeah.
And we went around, and I kind of realized we weren't the right people for this island. It seemed like people who were coming to that island were different. Or at least what I was seeing just kind of made me not feel like we fit in. We weren't scuba diving or or surfing or beachy people.
It was a scuba diving. This is a scuba diving mecca. A lot of people will go there to get scuba diving lessons and get certified and stuff.
I remember being really tired because the sleeping situation on the boat was not good. And then trying to find a hotel. We did end up I think we paid a little bit more than we normally would to stay in the bungalow with the scary lizard.
Okay, so you remember quite a bit. Do you remember the roads in this island were really rough and you couldn't use a normal scooter? So we ended up renting the scooter with like thick wheels.
I don't remember.
And then it was probably the first time that we were going up hills where you had to get off the scooter and walk up the hills. Yeah. I have fond memories of this island. I feel like it's kind of adventurous. Like I feel it, but it's very much a, I mean, it's really small if you look at this too. Like there's quite a bit on it, but it's all kind of located right in this little area. All this area over here, these bays and lighthouses and stuff, it's all just like forest. And getting up over this mountain range that goes in the middle is like pretty intense. So that's part of my memory of it. And do you know what else I remember? Do you remember the dude that was at the place we stayed that worked there, and he was like a yoga instructor, and he was you could just tell he was sleeping with all the people that he was instructing with yoga. Do you remember this guy? And he just had like women all around him and stuff all the time. Do you remember this image of this guy?
But I can't even like put him into my mind of who he was.
It felt like this guy was running like a sex cult or something. It was strange. It's a weird vibe.
Thanks for the subscription.
Yeah, thank you. I'm trying to think if I remember anything else. We ended up changing hotels at one point and staying kind of further out of the little village area, and it was a much better place.
Being up
on a hill.
Oh God, I remember that
nice.
place.
It was cool too.
Yeah, I remember the second hotel was definitely more our style. It was kind of hard to get to, but we just did it because we had the motorbike, and I don't really remember. I feel like there must have been a nice view, or it just felt airier up there.
Yeah. And we were like, we just weren't down with the crew that was down by the ocean. And I remember them kind of not wanting us there. Because we weren't scuba divers.
Yeah, because we were going to take up a room without enduring additional charges for scuba diving.
Yeah.
So for them, we were wasting a room that someone who would come and wanted to scuba dive would then be paying even more to them. So we were cock-blocking them on scuba fees.
But regardless, I kind of want to go back to this island in a weird way. I know that sounds weird, but we'll watch it.
Does it sound weird?
Well, I don't know. Like, there's something about it that seemed kind of magical to me. I'd like to go back and stay in that place that we found. But let's watch the video and get a better vibe and see if our memory is super correct on everything. So we got to go into the button. You're under tropical storm watch. Oh yeah. We saw that Hurricane Ian is rolling into the Florida area on the news. Temp. Doop.
Ding, 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 ding.
Do you have audio?
Yes, I have audio.
Basically, we are.
I need to plug in my audio.
Our next mode of transport to take us somewhere. Over the last couple of days, we've been chatting with this guy named Chris, who is a pretty cool guy, and he's
no memory of Chris.
Don't remember Chris at all. No. Koh Tao, a series of tourist deaths, including a murder, alleged suicide, particularly since 2014. Some to advise tourists to avoid it. The Death Island. Whoa. Although tourist arrivals on the island dropped in the months of meeting the murders, there was little lasting effect. I didn't know about that.
Him and Eric talked about the next place he's going, and Eric's pretty psyched about it, so we've decided to go. I honestly couldn't tell you the names of where we're going. I have no idea, but I know we're going to a little island. Right now we're in Champon, and we took a 3.5-hour train ride to get here, and it's about 8:30 now, and we are...
A train ride? I don't remember a train ride at all. Sporty Chris, thanks for the sub. Sporty Chris, are you the Chris we forgot in Thailand? Wouldn't that be weird?
I like that they found out that we forgot a Chris, and they're like, I'm definitely going to subscribe to that.
But apparently tonight it's the 11 o'clock boat, and I'm going to show you what that means. And having just found out what that means about 15 minutes ago, is still pretty fresh. So here we go.
I sound happy.
Here. We bought tickets from that little booth right there, and then we walked here. And I'll tell you, normally I wouldn't videotape people that weren't aware or able to tell me it was okay, but they're just gonna have to deal with it. This is worth it. So if somebody starts yelling at me, I'm sorry. Yes, I am crossing this bridge.
Oh,
so we got here and we got confused, and then we saw bunk beds. And then we saw lots and lots of bunk beds.
They slept over there. Yeah. I remember that now.
Like, look how close the numbers are together.
Yeah.
Eric's ready for his boat adventure.
Did you explain that we had to take a train to the...
Yep.
It's been an interesting day.
I'm number 15. I sleep right under the fan. Yay! And we will be on this boat for 6 hours, so...
And it goes, like, I looked at the map, it's like 45 miles. So I don't... Maybe they're gonna do some fishing on the way.
6 hours on a boat adventure. We'll see. Where are we going? Koh Tao?
Koh Tao.
Koh Tao at 5 a.m.
I remember getting off the boat at 5 a.m. and feeling, I like these morning things sometimes that force you into the world really early. Mm-hmm. There's just something about that. Sometimes it's like, whoa, this is wild.
17, you're gonna fall off.
I think they're trying to sleep next to us. You gonna be the little spoon?
I'm always the big spoon, so prepare.
A little dark, but a few hours later we're pulling into this island. This is what this room looks like now. What time is
Me
it?
and that homeboy.
It's like 5 a.m. or something. There's like a whole bunch of honkies upstairs.
I think that's the first time the honkies has been dropped, and I love that you're in a room with the honkies. They can all hear you.
It doesn't seem like it rained, so that probably wasn't all that bad.
Oh, it didn't rain. Okay. My memory was different.
They weren't happy, but that's about it. And we're about to try to find a guest house in the dark. So this could be interesting.
You have your mouth guard in?
Refugee.
I don't know. Like a refugee. It looked like it.
We got off the ferry at like 5 a.m., 5:30 in the morning, and walked up the road away from the pier and went to a 7-Eleven to get some breakfast, which was like...
If I recall, there was quite a few like non-Thai people on this island, like living there, kind of. Like, I remember all these white dudes with like Thai girlfriends getting off this boat and getting on like big motorbikes and just like zooming away on their motorbikes and stuff. Yeah.
Some biscuits or something, I don't remember. And went outside of the 7-Eleven, and there was a couple of Thai girls that had been on the boat with us, and they were looking to get to the same resort that our guidebook indicated was the cheapest on the island. Places were supposed to be like 250 baht a night, which is expensive for not, for mainland Thailand, but beaches and cities and islands, things go up in price a little bit, so we were willing to pay it. That's not a big deal. 250 baht, that's like $7.50 or something. So we took a taxi ride with them, which was ridiculously overpriced, and it was in the back of a truck, which was typical around here, I guess. Taxis couldn't drive on the roads on this island anyways. So we take this ride to, it's like 4 or 5 kilometers away, and we get out of the truck, and we thought those girls were going to be going there with us, and it's kind of one of the reasons we went in the first place, because if somebody else is going, it must be okay. And they didn't get out of the truck, and they just went someplace else with the driver. So who knows what happened with that? But
sounds safe.
Up to get this to check out this room, but it's like 6 a.m. at this point, and the place is still closed. So we have to wait until 8 a.m. for them to open. So we wait till 8 a.m. and they finally show up at like 8:10, and they open up reception, and we go in and we find out you can't go.
We did some swimming. We found a poodle.
Yeah, you're thinking of the right place. I don't think that happened that morning. I think this is when a bird landed on you. I remember just like being really tired. Like we didn't sleep very well on that boat. I just remember being really wiped out.
You can't even get a room unless you're going to dive with them.
You can kind of tell because I'm kind of grumpy too. Like
scuba diving is a really big thing on this island, and apparently there are cheap rooms or only for people who are willing to pay them big money to dive. So that didn't do us any good. So we went to the next cheapest place in our book, which was, it's a short walk, so it wasn't a big deal. So we go up there, and they had no rooms available that were within a reasonable price range. So we waited until they were going to till checkout to see if anybody was going to check out and leave a vacancy in one of the cheaper rooms. And eventually they did leave. Somebody did leave, and one of the sort of cheap rooms was available. So we got something there. The waiting wasn't bad though, as it was we were literally sitting right on the beach, so that was all right. And Katie had some buddies with her.
I had some bird friends.
It's that voice, kind of.
It was.
So I just wanted.
I have fond memories of that sitting on that beach, even though we were tired and kind of grumpy and like frustrated.
I remember playing with some sort of plant.
I don't remember that.
It might be in the pictures.
This is classic stuff right here.
To give you guys a tour of our new bungalow.
We had just taken a nap too. It was really chill.
It was real chill.
Real
it was
chill.
Stupid chill up in there.
Yeah.
And I gotta pee now.
Regular toilet, shower, the regular stuff, and then also this 1-foot lizard that I just took a pee with. Ah! He's moving! He left. Well, I guess that worked out pretty well. Everybody got to see him, and then I got to freak out. Alright. Alright, so
like you went into the bathroom and I was still asleep. I was like napping on the bed and you just screamed.
I was like in just a sleepy little daze, like really happy to just be going to do my bathroom stuff. Like I'm also naked at this point. There's no clothes. I go to the bathroom and I'm just like chilling, and then I slowly am waking up and I look up. I'm still sitting on the toilet and I'm just
It's like a very vulnerable moment.
Yes, it was not cool. It was not cool of that lizard. And maybe he didn't appreciate my moves either. But then, I called you in there and I was like, what the hell am I supposed to do about this? And you were like, just run out. And I was like, I don't want to go on.
Oh, yeah, you were still in there. Like, how do I get out? Because he was just right over the door, like in the thing. He was just chilling there for a while. It was kind of impressive. I mean, that's a big animal.
It was big.
Yeah.
Looking back at that, I'm like, nope, you were not. That was
it wasn't
the biggest
it wasn't
lizard.
like a gecko.
That's the biggest domesticated lizard I've ever seen.
we stayed at a place last night that really kind of sucked nuts. There was a mosquito net that they hadn't properly cleaned, so therefore there were mosquitoes in the net that we had to kill. And then I ended up going to the bathroom with a 1-foot lizard that was on the wall, and that 1-foot lizard lives in the cabin. Like, he lives in the walls of the bungalow. So he was there in the morning, and we got him to scuttle off, gave us enough time for me to go to the bathroom, Eric to go to the bathroom, and for me to put toilet paper into the toilet that clogged it up, and for Eric to take a shower and for us to go fuck this bungalow. So we left the bungalow, left our backpacks there, and we walked about maybe a half an hour, little under, to the town that is close to where we were staying to get a motorcycle.
This is an interesting directional choice you've chosen.
Just videotaping
me talking into the camera.
Yeah.
I know we would never do something like that now. It's very strange, disembodied head sort of thing.
So we followed our book which told us to go to is that right? Lederhosen Bikes, and that took forever because our Candies. So we had to go there, but our book did not tell us where that was. So we walked for the 15 minutes, not knowing exactly where we needed to go, but we managed to get there using the post office and a nice man who knew what we were talking about. So we drove our bike for an hour now. And if you're noticing the background here,
That's why.
let me show you what we're on. There's no bikes here. So we went down a few roads that we determined were not okay for the bike. And in our last ditch effort to find the hotel that we're looking for, we have gone down this road. And this road led to a really big hill, which I had to get off of our motorbike because it wouldn't go up with me on it. So I walked up the hill, Eric got up there, and we just got to another point where we were like, the bike won't go through these tight little areas that are covered in pipes. So we stopped. But there was a sign for the hotel that we wanted. And we're looking at it like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. So I went, there was a lady that was nearby who had, I guess, bungalows or whatever. And I went up to her and I asked her, like, where is this resort? And she just pointed into the woods and told us to go and said that we could park our motorbike in front of her house. I wonder if our motorbike's really still there now.
Yeah, we're walking along the coast now. I think. I barely remember this. But we spent like a majority of the time on this island trying to find hotels. And it was like, that was like the objective. It was, that's just an adventure, man. I love this island. It's great. I like how grumpy we are.
And we have been walking in the jungle for about 15 minutes now.
Like 30, 40 minutes.
It's been like 30, 40 minutes, Eric says.
This is what we're following.
We're basically following a cord in the sky, if you can see it there. We have helmets on because we have heard coconuts falling. And the last thing I want to do is die from a fucking coconut. We've literally just been walking and finding signs. At this point, all the signs for the resorts have been knocked onto the ground and the arrow is just pointing in some arbitrary direction. So now we're going left.
It's like a cartoon. I remember all these signs, like, when somebody like spins a cartoon or thing or whatever. Yeah, the cord is the electricity that goes in there. Can you come sit closer to me? Just because of the camera. Hey.
That's what we're doing. We're going left.
Are you having fun?
I've had one meltdown while we're out here. I stepped down and ants covered my foot and I just freaked out. So yeah, the last sign that we saw, how far did it say we were from?
300 meters.
We've got 300 meters to go. Keep in mind that the first sign we saw said 800 meters. And we've been out here for half an hour.
This person wants me to go to the bathroom so they can make a coffee, and I agree. Woohoo! Make your coffee.
Make your coffee. All right, guys, it's just you and me. We get to hang out for a little bit. You and me and that sheep that's on the screen right now. Maybe we'll do like this. It's kind of weird to watch some of this. I watch this and I feel like, is that me? Like, it's so long ago. It's weird. It's a weird thing that I don't think, I think we're lucky that we filmed all this stuff because I think it's given us a unique opportunity. Not very many people have got like videos from this far back in their lives or whatever to go back and look at. So I'm watching this and I'm just like, I know that's us, but even like, and I know that's Katie, but is that like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like not the same Katie. It's like time shifted Katie or whatever.
Time shifted me?
Yeah. When you see this, I'll wait for you to be over here so that you can talk into the mic. Pretzel crumbs. Hey, thanks for the sub. Al, hurry up. We're waiting for you to get the coffee. Well, Katie's one went out. We're waiting for Katie as well. Yeah, it's just it's a bit surreal to watch this and just be like, okay, that's us. It's weird. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing to watch yourself do things that you kind of don't really remember. And I mean, I definitely see like personality differences too, to a certain degree. And it's weird to like kind of wrap your mind around that. Oh, you sub for the Eric time? Okay, I'll try to do Eric time every week. Did you find a snack?
Yeah, I'm gonna eat some olives.
Oh, olives? You're gonna...
Just gonna eat olives.
It's a little early for olives, isn't it?
Yep.
It's not even 11 p.m.
I see what you're getting at.
We didn't video, but you wrote diary entries when you were in trips in Japan. I'm reading them back. You have so many random memories. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you gotta have a snack.
What's interesting about this too is, in a way, when we were filming these, we were filming them kind of for ourselves as well as like filming them for our friends. But that was like the entire purpose, really.
It's weird to think that we were recording this for right now.
Yeah, it's weird. So like what I was saying, like when you're watching this, do you see yourself? And is that you? Is that person you, or is it?
Yeah, it's definitely me.
You still feel like connected to that human being?
Mm-hmm. Especially when they're recounting every single detail of the thing that they just went through.
That's very you.
It's really me. Whoa.
Yeah, the Tempered Storm.
Illusion of friendship.
Tempered Storm. Yeah, thank you for the gifted subs. I think subs are 25% off this month. Like gifted subs, if you gift somebody one, instead of being the normal $5, it's like whatever 25% off of $5 would be.
Complicated math.
$3.25 or something like that. $3.75. Is that how that works? I think. 25%.
You're the one who decided to jump off that cliff.
I'm 5 and the 3 and then carry the 1 and the percentage. All right.
I'll just throw it down after you.
All right, you're back. Let's get into it. Back into the Us Watching Us. Eric time is over, guys.
All right, keep going. Let's show the people how much fun this is.
I don't know if we ever found it. I don't think we did.
What the fuck? Right when you start the video, they pave everything.
I think we do find it.
Do we? I don't think we stayed there, though. I think we find this little cove.
It's just tied together.
Maybe it's just telecom.
Okay. And people, let me tell you, this place is supposed to have internet.
That probably is the internet. Yeah, they probably have a generator for electricity.
I don't know how they got internet out here. It's also supposed to be on the beach. Okay. We literally climbed up a mountain to get up here. And this shit is covered in centipedes.
Oh, look at why is it so overblown?
It's fine.
You want to have them on your foot?
No! You just fucked his day up. He's like freaking out. There was a shoe. Okay.
It's a big rock.
It's not paved anymore. It's not paved anymore.
It's a little paving.
It's a rock. Hold on, we've got a pipe here. This is good news.
Is it?
I love that shot was just like uncut and just going. I don't know, something about that.
You cut some of it.
Did I? Mm-hmm. Well, I wonder what I cut. I have to go back and look at that.
Just Katie bitching about something.
So we made it to that guest house that we were trying to get to. It did take a couple more minutes, and when we got there, reception has become something that's really hard to find. So we walked through this little village to find the reception, and basically he took us to a bungalow, and we had to kind of weigh the pros and cons of where we were staying. Well, where we wanted to stay, which that place wasn't terrible, but there were pros and cons. So the pros were that there was a clean bungalow. It was spotless, and it may or may not have contained a lizard. At least it was a 50-50 at that point for that place. It was on the beach.
No, that kicked out family thing was years later. That happened in the Philippines, like after we moved to Japan.
Oh God, I forgot about that. They went and lived in a shed.
Yeah. We'll get to that in us watching us in like 2033.
Saw people swimming, and we heard about snorkeling, and that was pretty cool. So that was a definite pro for us. And it was secluded, meaning there were minimal honkies. And we had had enough of honkies for the 24 hours that we had spent on Sairi Beach. We were done. The cons were that electricity was only from 6 till 10.
I wonder if that's AM or
No way
PM.
to get our motorbike up
6
there.
a.m. to 10 p.m.
We basically had a long walk if we wanted to go to town to do something. And the kicker of it all was that if we're going to stay there, since it's so secluded and we've got to walk and get on a motorbike for 10 minutes to get to any other stuff, their restaurant at least needs to be reasonably priced, and it wasn't. They were really trying to just get as much money as they could out of us. Like a 70 baht shake, people. You can't even imagine how much the dinners were. But those are the reasons that we kind of just...
We were mega cheap asses.
Yeah, this person wants to know exactly what is a honky. It's a slur for a white person, yeah.
Yeah, basically.
decided we
I'm
weren't...
fucking honky. It's a honky.
You're looking at two of them right now.
Yeah.
Well, actually, three of them if you count the one from Pasto's Katie.
They're at least left with the idea that we'll go check out some other places and see what they're like. So we ended up on our bike for a while, and here's what happened. Welcome to another one-handed adventure.
I think that's one of my favorite lines that I ever had.
And I'm wondering. Here we go.
Yeah, this is more what I remember.
Holding on. We have had to stop to go up hills,
We're not gonna make this hill.
and I've been informed that we're not going to make this hill. Nope.
It's not gonna make it.
So that means I walk.
I think we've just reached the point of bizarre where we're happy now.
Yeah, it just got so, everything got so crazy. We're just like laughing.
Well equipped to get both of us up a hill.
But what if you're really into honky tonk linguap? They're gonna ban you for your honky tonk desires.
And the driving is pretty tricky.
So you see the wheels on the scooter are like beefed up because the roads in this island are really not good. Like people who live there are using like dirt bikes.
That means Katie's doing a lot of walking. Oh, here she comes up this steep hill. Let's zoom on in and see how she looks.
How'd I end up with the camera?
Hello, Katie! Hello! She's not even waving.
Maybe it was a different hill.
Feel the back end?
No.
Slid really abruptly.
This is so fun. I love this stuff.
And downhill is pretty scary too.
I feel like we're doing a really good job of telling a good story with this. This feels like we're getting more comfortable.
Yeah. Agreed.
It's pretty cool looking.
So after going to several other places and getting to points where we couldn't go down the road anymore, we tried out a random place that our guidebook didn't say anything about and we hadn't heard anything about. And a lady brought us to one of the best places that we've stayed, surprisingly for the same price as the worst place we've ever stayed. So kinda is working out, and let me show you what it is. We've got a little area to hang all of our clothes, got a little pool that has some tadpoles in it, an area to sit outside. Notice that this actually looks like a house, like
We didn't show the previous thing. It's like a hut on the beach. kind of like near the beach.
Yeah, it was near the beach. It wasn't
on
like
the beach.
directly on the beach.
But it's like on stilts, and it's just, I mean, a really cheap, it's a really cheap place, and like bugs can get in and stuff like that. So to have something that's actually like a constructed thing was a step up. But this is way kind of outside of the little town area. You couldn't walk into the town from here, I don't think, but since we had a scooter and it didn't matter. But this is more our vibe. Like just kind of like, we just like to have a place where, if I recall, I think the other place, the vibe of the place was just like a bunch of people who were there to kind of do drugs and stuff. And like drugs and drinking and scuba diving. And there was a lot going on that was just not our vibe. This was just more where we like to be, this kind of thing. I don't know if that makes us social outcasts or whatever, but yeah. I don't know. If I went back, I would look for this place again.
It doesn't look crappy. Inside, everything is made from wood.
Scuba hippies, yeah.
Except for our mattress. You made of wood. And we have 2 beds, which means 2 blankets, which means comfortable sleeping. The windows make the room look gorgeous. And we've messed up the room just a little bit, but that's okay. Same with the bathroom. We've got a sink and an actual mirror that we can see. The cold shower is really cold because it's cold here.
What am I talking about this mirror? We could obviously use the other mirror to look at the lizard. It was fine. So what am I talking about?
Never really walk in this room hot, but you do need to clean off before you get into the bed. So it takes a lot of willpower to take a cold shower here. And a regular toilet that actually flushes. We are in heaven. You might be asking yourself, why does he have that? I have no...
Check out those knees.
Ooh.
It's a rare appearance.
idea.
Are you wearing my shorts?
No, it's my swim trunks from back in the day.
Alright.
We have a lot of photos from when we were playing in the water here. I think I'm carrying you.
You are.
Today we went swimming in a beautiful watered area, and then we rode around a little while, and we ended up at the other coast and kind of just sat and chilled. And I got the idea that we should go and travel up to, now that we find out, like the middle of 2 mountains. And we climbed all the way up there. I took some pictures from up there, but then I realized a video probably would be good, but now we're a little farther down than what we were before. And we're kind of just chilling, watching the sunset and watching the bay.
We're in Koh Tao, Thailand. You can almost see, like, this island is so small, I think you can almost, like, see from the top of it, both sides of it.
The crappy place that we stayed is somewhere in this area. Don't stay there, okay? We're now staying somewhere completely different. It's almost on the other side of the island, and it's wonderful.
Oh, we went to see the fire people?
Yeah, at the...
We managed to smuggle ourselves onto a private beach, unnoticed. The water is amazing looking, it's amazing feeling.
Okay, so this is the place I thought we were going to when we were walking through the woods earlier. I think this is where I thought we ended up, but I guess not. It's a little cross up in my head.
The only thing that sucks about this beach is there are some terribly hard rocks as you go in and as you get out. Once you get past them, it's okay, but getting out was a little painful. And Eric found this tree swing. It's actually connected to 2 different trees. It looks pretty heavenly. It's having a good time.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. That all made sense.
That was surprising. Okay, and the next video, I have no memory of this place at all. So we went to Phang Na, and if you look at the name of the live stream, it says Koh Tao and more. I couldn't put the name of this place. It was like that's against the policy of Twitch to write that word. So that's why it says and more. It wouldn't let me write the name of the place we stayed. Or that we went.
Well, you might not want to zoom in on it. It could be devastating.
I don't know where it is. Oh, it's down on the coast here. So we made our way from this Koh Tao place. I guess we went back on the boat. I don't know.
In that Koh Pha and Koh Samui, I remember people being like, "Oh yeah, I'm going there to party and stuff."
Yeah. And then it somehow will end up making our way down to this area because we're kind of headed towards Phuket. And so we have one more video here. I think it's pretty short, but we'll punch through there now.
We're gonna lose our credit card, right?
Do we lose a credit card at some point?
Remember we go to see Patty's mom because we're getting something delivered to us, something important.
Holy crap! I don't remember that.
I remember something important happening. We're going to see Patty's mom.
Koh Samui, yeah, I think it might be. I think there's a couple of places that have those like moonlight party things or whatever. But yeah, I think you're right about that. Okay, so we're on a boat for 6 hours today, going from Koh Tao to Surat Thani, and the water, the waves. You're sick.
Oh God. Yeah, this is bad. This is probably one of the worst motion sicknesses I've ever experienced.
I think the boat had to go from Koh Tao to the other island and the other island, and then it went down to the mainland. I think it like chained its way down or something like that. They're pretty high, like the seas are rough or whatever. Katie's really not feeling well. She took some Dramamine when we got on, but just this first 45 minutes to an hour have been pretty brutal. So she's laying down and trying not to lose breakfast. There's some other people on the boat that are not doing as well either, just curled up in a ball. So luckily, I've never really been bothered by motion sickness or anything. So.
What's wrong with you?
Sure, today. Let me see if I can show some of the waves that we're in. It really doesn't look as bad as it did earlier, to be honest. It's calmed down a little bit, but this is what we're rolling with. Now you can see the horizon going back and forth. And, and back up. Oh, look at madness. It's mad.
Yeah, there's a person there in a ball.
Yeah, they told us the boat was canceled at one point, and I wonder if it's because they were worried about the weather, and then they decided to go
And the upholstery.
Which would be typically Thai.
Alright, so we're staying in this really ritzy-ish hotel that's completely westernized.
How is there wind inside this building?
I don't know.
I'm going to take you outside and show you what it looks like.
Okay.
Think about any hotel you've ever stayed at in the United States that has a twin bed and a bathroom. That's basically what we just stayed at.
It's
so
really clean and nice.
It was really
nice Holiday Inn.
Yeah.
But the design of it is better than the Holiday Inn. Amenities though. It had a hot shower. Yeah, look at that.
Hot shower.
Hot shower.
Hot shower.
It's just something, I guess.
And it's just pretty epic looking from the outside because you don't see this every day.
And next to a highway.
Just looking at the cars in the parking lot.
Yeah. So that's
looks
where we
pretty
stayed last
expensive.
night. I know that it sucks that you didn't get to see the room, but go and look up 100 Islands Resorts and Spa. And
100 Islands Resorts and Spa.
I bet we spent some money on that. I imagine that place was kind of expensive. Are you looking it up?
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea where it was. It was somewhere, because I think we just connected through a town. Yeah, it might have been like $20. That wouldn't surprise me.
It's actually really hard to look up. Ah, here it is.
It says it's 3,000 yen. So yeah, probably like $20. So that's probably a pretty good guess.
It's a nice hotel.
Is it nice?
It's really nice.
Yeah. We went to Israel this summer. The plane from Rome to Tel Aviv had a really bad 20 minutes. Oh, and you didn't get sick.
Yeah,
either.
yeah. Here's that room that we were in.
That's the room. Tell me this about like I had to pretend I was riding a roller coaster to mentally control your seasickness. No, that's a good idea.
Are currently at Sranong Maruna Forest Park in Pana. And I probably mispronounced all of that, and I don't care. Basically, we have walked 2 kilometers into the jungle. Yeah, that looks good. And the trail ends at what they call a bat cave. So...
You're okay with bats all of a sudden?
All of a sudden. Are you teaching me to whistle more?
I was whistling the Batman theme, I think. I don't see any either, but it goes way back there. You gonna head back there?
No.
It's a hell of a bridge. Come on.
I'm over.
Winner.
Does Dramamine actually help, Katie?
Yes. Undoubtedly.
We're at a market in Phang, and this guy is making juice from bamboo. Here,
Sugarcane.
you can see his squeezer machine.
I had never seen this before.
Juice out of there. And here, you can see Eric.
I see this very later on smart man hasn't corrected me, so that's also a person who thinks he'd be drinking bamboo.
I didn't want to correct you. I didn't want to be rude.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
It's really good. I don't think that's bamboo. I think it's sugarcane.
Oh! You got owned twice. Oh man.
Look at the look in your eye. Yeah, I know.
That makes way more sense.
that makes way more
It really
sense.
looks like bamboo, though.
It really does look like bamboo. Give me some of that.
That's some white people shit right there.
It's amazing.
That's outstanding. All right, still at the market in Phang Na, and as you can see, one of the big characteristics of Phang Na is these huge limestone crags that are just all over the place. I mean, they line the city. And you can't really see it from behind because we're sitting by a building.
This scene that you're seeing with all like this kind of busy road at nighttime with lots of things happening in markets and stalls and stuff. This is a very, if you've never been to Thailand, this is very typical. Like this happens in like every town.
It gets cool and everybody comes out.
Yep.
Building, but the market is
Look how many motorbikes there
not
are.
the biggest one that we've been to, obviously, but it's pretty big for the size of the town that's here. Other things we got at the market besides the bamboo sugarcane business, I got me a little bucket of corn,
Thanksgiving.
and Eric got this thing which we really haven't figured out. It's kind of like what we had when we went to see the elephants, and he's gonna have fun with that. That turns my stomach just looking at it. But what doesn't turn my stomach is this. We got mini donuts, and we're pretty excited about them.
Wow.
That's a lot of donuts. We wouldn't do that now. That many donuts?
You never know.
Yeah, I think I have a good idea.
They're mini.
They are small.
It's different.
It's different, but it's good.
Chewy in a weird way, but it's alright.
I think it's Mr. Donuts. I wonder if it is. Like that mochi.
No. Well, I mean, it might be like the same style, but there wasn't a Mr. Donuts there.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Look. I'm willing to put my...
You're willing to bet the bamboo?
My gentleman's
all the
bet.
bamboo?
I will bet all the bamboo on it.
Well, those are all the treasures that we found at this awesome market, and we'll probably be getting dinner soon after sugar coma sets in. Oh, Marvin Biscuit. We were getting on a bus going to
What the fuck? So
Marvin biscuit.
I think we said that a lot.
Yes, yeah, we said it a lot, like way before I made this video. So my dad's name is Marvin. So that's where this is coming from. But I don't really know.
The voice, oh god, that sounds so terrible.
I guess is what's coming out of that dude's mouth. I was just finding things along the way that reminded me of my parents. So,
oh lord,
or like my family, including my brother.
Where we are now, which I can't pronounce, and I'm not gonna even try. And I don't want to try. Phang. So we noticed these little biscuits.
Gonna get canceled.
Does that say Marvin biscuit? So we decided that we had to get one. And let's see. Ooh, look.
Like a moon pie or something? I don't remember.
Marvin biscuit. It's a cracker with some chocolate on it. Let's see if it does them justice.
It's literally a cracker, like.
Whew.
It's alright.
It's a little Marvin-y.
It's exactly what a cracker with chocolate coating ever should be. Ooh, Marvin biscuit.
Oh, ooh.
Glad we made it through that one.
That was funny. That was really funny. All right, let's look at some pictures.
Yeah, there is a chip food and
yeah, you did
one
find
for my
you
mom.
found a chip thing
yeah,
too.
found a chip thing.
Yeah.
I found a lot of chip things because that's pretty easy. I might have found cookies, but I know other things that we found. Yeah, there's that flour thing.
Okay, so I have to this and then this and then this and then one more time. Boom, full screened.
Wow.
So this is us playing with the camera when we are waiting for all the hotels to open, maybe? Mm-hmm. Is that what's going on here?
Yep.
Yeah, and I think we have a few pictures that are... There's that guy. He's back. Mm-hmm. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Look at his hair.
Look at his eyes.
Look at this guy. He is dapper. Mm-hmm. I'm a big fan of this. I think we talked about this bird a lot, maybe for weeks. And this is just you'd been taking pictures of keys.
It says aloha on it.
Yeah.
That's surprising.
I like how they've marked which room it is by just punching a hole in it. It's kind of cool. And it's raining. I think it rained while we were waiting that morning too. Just
I remember this picture.
but again, I think it's just us hanging out, waiting because we got the somebody finally opened, and then they opened, and then we had to wait and blah 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 blah.
So I don't think that's the case.
You don't. I think it's the same day.
It might be the same day, but I'm wearing different clothes.
Oh yeah, so yeah, maybe you changed your clothes or something. I don't know, but you're wearing a bathing suit underneath too. So maybe we went swimming or going to go swimming or whatever.
Or whatever.
And
this is you on the swing.
Me on the swing, yeah. Something that I do. I wonder what the first episode I re-edited was, or didn't re-edit. I'm gonna sneeze.
Marvin biscuit being another name for a 4-letter B word.
There's supposed to be a kaboom. There's supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom. I'm nervous about this Marvin biscuit getting this canceled.
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't age well.
Nope.
This is cool.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, good picture, Katie. Okay. Oops. So...
Yeah, there's that dog.
This picture, and I'm in the background in the water. It's cool. Yeah, I do. I remember this dog. It's just like these little like beach poodles. Like he's just like on his own, just like walking around doing stuff. Being an island dog would probably be pretty decent. And then we have a whole bunch of pictures that you were just playing with the camera. And oddly enough, I think the camera did a really good job in this specific lighting. Like, yeah, I mean, considering it's like kind of a crappy little camera, but yeah, this is a bunch of pictures of us screwing around in the water. That's like our movie poster.
Yeah, it was our like picture at some point for a really long time.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I remember seeing it a lot.
Yeah, it looks like an action film or something. You know what I mean? Just, I guess you're not reading The Lonely Planet, so I don't know what you're reading.
Oh, I found some like bookstores where they just let you take books, or
Those are called libraries.
No, or like really cheap books. That might be reading Dexter.
Oh,
Like that's one book I
did you read
remember getting after, because I'd watched Dexter and then I saw the book and I was like, okay, I'll look at that.
Sunset stuffs. I guess there's a lot of fishing that goes on there too, based on all those boats. Found this creature.
It's seriously big.
It's really big, yeah.
I don't know how big that is, but seriously,
It's pretty big. There's another picture of it that I didn't. It's all blurry, but it gives it more context. It's bigger than it needs to be. This was like, we did a lot more motorbiking.
Is it a land boat?
Yeah, I think it is.
Wow.
We did a lot more motorbiking around this island than we showed in the actual. All the motorbiking kind of looked like that, but we went to a bunch of different points, like the most northern, eastern, western areas and stuff. And I think this is one of those points. And there's like, if I recall, there are resorts over there, but you have to like take a boat to get to them. Like there's not like people, you can obviously get there by a scooter, but it's like a scooter to a point and then you just hike through the forest. And I think most people just like go via a boat or whatever. And it's like a little secluded resort area that you can stay at. There's a lot of that in Thailand, like these like not connected to anything resorts. And this is probably the view you were talking about that you didn't make a video of, but you took pictures of. Just adventure stuffs. I love stuff like that. It's like going and exploring. Look at this. This is the best. I don't know where I'm headed, but I like it. I'm into it. And then this is in the expensive hotel, I think. I think that one night that we stayed.
And what do you do with these towels? I can just hear what you're saying about it.
I don't even think this is a towel. I think it's like the thing that goes in the bed. Yeah. So, I don't remember what the deal was. I was just being goofy, I think.
Water.
There's gasoline.
That's gasoline.
Yeah, that's a gas station.
You can fill it on your own. That's surprising.
Look, it's got like, it's like a gas station. You probably just put quarters in or whatever, Thai quarters.
Quarters.
And then
roadie.
Yeah, just people,
roti, not roadie.
Yeah, or like a roti guy or whatever. Just like people making stuff. It's cool. This is the one thing I miss about like other parts of Asia. Like every other part of Asia has got this kind of culture of like street food and things like that. Well, most places, not all places, but it's something that Japan lacks, in my opinion. It would be nice to have more of this, but oh well. You with the Marvin biscuits.
Marvin biscuits. Marvin. My dad would love that. If you played that for my dad, he would just sit there and laugh.
And I guess this was when we were hiking through that forest. And I like this because it kind of showed the scale of this cave system that we were going into. I really don't remember staying in that place at all. I remember Koh Tao. I remember other things, but this place that we stayed in specifically, I don't remember this little town aside from the pictures in the video. Otherwise, I would never have known that we stayed there. I don't know what the 10 I don't know what this picture is, but we have a picture. It's labeled Katie sign.
I think it was just that you're following the numbers on that route.
But it looked like you were maybe holding the sign up. It's not connected.
It would have fallen over.
Yeah.
I think.
And then,
it's Marvin Marshall.
So do you have any rememberings of this area at all?
Not particularly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than the video.
Kind of, yeah, same.
I do remember like the crags and stuff, but there's a lot of places with crags. Was that the last one?
Yeah, that's the last photo. So I need to keep editing tonight. So sometimes I've been streaming
it's like
more.
The first night where I was like, well, if he decides that we're just going to play, then we'll play.
Yeah, I cannot. I have to keep working on some stuff. So I'm not, I mean, if you want to sit here and play video games, you can, but...
I hadn't signed up for that.
Yeah. I actually need you to help me with something anyways.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of... There's the sheep. Yeah, E-sheep. E-sheep is the sheep's name.
And then the big guy is Giga Sheep.
Giga Sheep, yep. So, yeah, I don't know next week if we will be doing this. It's possible we're going to be on a trip on next Tuesday.
Yes, we will be on a trip next Tuesday.
So next Tuesday we will not be doing an Us Watching Us, but we should do the following Tuesday. I think we should be back, but it depends on when we're coming back and stuff. So
did you remember to maybe make a video like we do to promote that we're getting onto Switch, and maybe do the same video to just say, hey, we're not doing it this week or something? Yeah,
that's a good idea. But yeah, so we're going to be out filming. So next week won't be a thing, but Sunday. Is Sunday still going to be a thing? When are we leaving on the trip?
Monday.
Sunday
is still a thing.
Sunday morning, I should still be probably streaming. There's only 30 days in September. I thought there were 31.
I think I told you there were 31.
Yeah, this makes things a lot worse for me. Okay. Yeah, so I still think I will probably stream Sunday morning. We'll see how it goes, though. Things have gotten really, really busy for me. See you later. Thanks for hanging out. So yeah, that's I think that's it. So we appreciate everybody hanging out, and we will be at it again at some point, but it'll be a little bit. The stream has been live for 1 hour, 19 minutes, and 33 seconds. How did that happen? Oh, uptime. Oh, okay, cool.
This is a great... I love that one.
The little O?
The little O with the dots and the...
Oh, is that what he's doing?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never really noticed that. I guess it's a thing. It's another O with a line or whatever.
I don't know what this guy's doing. It's like he might have his like shoulder out of whack. Yeah, you know what do they call it when he gets knocked out? Dislocated. That's a dislocated shoulder one.
Yeah. Okay. So next time we do this, we'll be doing Phuket. So yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody, and we will see you in the next episode.
Bye bye.